here we have another review of the JSA, and this is some of the less prominent members, or less leader type members of the group, but still some really nice members and some really nice figures. I think they did them all really well. We have Atom Smasher, Power Girl, Star Girl, Captain Marvel, and Black Adam, and Damage. And for those of you who don't know, a little useless tidbit that you'll probably never use in your life, Atom Smasher and Damage are brothers. So there you go. Go share that. We'll start off with the brothers, actually, because I really like the figs, the characters, I like the powers. 97 points for 10-10-17-4. I'll take it. If you notice, it says that he's not a giant. He is a giant. There's an errata. They, ironically enough, they printed the entire Giants collector set with normal damage symbols. I'm thinking that if I dedicated a collector set to a damage type, such as Giant, I would make sure that damage type was on the Giants. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I should work for HeroClix. But anyway, so essentially he can charge for 5 and then attack 2 out. So he can hit someone 7 squares away. I'll take that. For 6 damage, okay. 97 points is that's an acceptable point cost. He's just your basic beater after that, though. 8-9-17-3, 8-8-17-3. Got down to toughness off that invuln. Then he loses super strength altogether, just gets Quake. 7-16-12, 6-8-16-2 with Battle Fury. So I guess they're not mind controlling him, and you can't carry him anyway. Flurry 10-15-2, so his attack has spiked, and it spiked again. 5-10-14-3 with Willpower, Battle Fury, and Flurry, and then he's dead. So basic beater. His brother has the same kind of feel to him, except at the beginning, he doesn't peak quite as high. He's only 85 points. 8-9-17-4. There we go. 7-9-17-3. Lost to invuln already, but he got Flurry. So that's pretty nice. 7-8-16-3. He's kind of plummeting a little. 7-7-16-2 with Force Blast, Quake, and Toughness. 6-8-16-3 with Combat Reflexes, Quake, and Force Blast. 6-9-15-4 with the same power set. 5-9-15-4 just has Quake. 5-10-14-5. An 85-point figure with 5 natural damage. Find someone else who does that. That's a little challenge I'd like to put out there. Find the cheapest fig that has the highest damage. Flat damage, not damage potential. Flat damage. Because I don't want to hear, well, if you perplex them up 3 times and they're carrying a heavy object and they crit twice on a Monday. No, I just want flat damage. Try and find me someone who has more flat damage output than damage. So there you go. If you do, I'll give you a shout out in a video or some such. So then we have Power Girl, Kryptonian, from Earth 2. 10-10-17-4 with Impervious and Charge. 10-10-17-4 with Impervious, Charge, and Exploit Weakness, but it doesn't work on people with Willpower, Indomitable, or Robot Keyword. It's called Eyes Up Here, Soldier. 10-9-18-4 with lost the Imperv, but she still got the Charge and Exploit. Lost the Charge now, but she gained Quake and still has that really nice defense. 9-9-18-3, lost to damage. Got Hypersonic, but She's got an 8 attack, so it's kind of risky putting her out there. Lost exploit weakness, which is okay. Really, I think that dial is probably the useless part of her dial. They probably could have dropped exploit weakness there and maybe made her 195 instead of 199 just by dropping exploit on that one click. So, and then she drops from invuln to toughness, loses the quake, which again I'm okay with. They can drop the quake on those 2 clicks and I'll be alright, and drop her down to 190, 185. Attack still goes down to a 7. And she gets quake back, which I'm okay with, because now she's in there and she's in the fray. She's going to be throwing some bows. Quake is fine for that point. This is a really nice figure for a JSA team. She has a really steady defense just because she's from Brave and the Bold. It's just a lot of figs in that set keep their defense really well, and for someone with a defense sharing team ability, that's just really nice. It's really nice. So, and now we have Stargirl up next, which I'm not entirely familiar with as a character or a figure. I actually had to borrow her from a friend for this review because I know that she is kind of a semi-well liked, at least, character as part of the JSA. I know at one point she was just called Stars, and she ran around with her dad in a giant robot suit, who is also from this set, and I don't know what set symbol that is. And he's called Stripes. So they used to just run around as Stars and Stripes, which I thought was pretty cool. So 10-9-16-3 with the potential of being 10-9-18-5. Again, the running shot and RCE does not combine. 10-9-15-2, lost a damage and a defense. 8 range, by the way. 9-8-15-2, 8-7-14-2, 7-7-14-2, dead after that useless click. So, not bad. That if you can keep her on that first click, she can wreak havoc for 63 points. Wreak havoc. But the RCE with the running shot just is a little bit disappointing. So, next we have probably what everyone wants to see from this review, Captain Marvel and Shazam, the duo fig. Hopefully I'll be able to get through him without having to rush. I've only got 2 minutes left. But the cool thing about him is he's got a trait called Reluctant Team Up, and basically you pick Black Adam or Wizard Captain Marvel, and you pick them as your figure. And they have these lines. They don't actually have a KO slot. They just have an extra line. And that's how you choose which one you're wanting to do. So let's go through that. The one that does the more damage is Black Adam, and the one that's a little more utility is Captain Marvel. So we'll do Captain Marvel first. 10-11-17-5 with prob control, hypersonic, super strength, and impervious. 10-11-17-4, just lost 1 damage, still got all the powers. 10-10-18-3 with defend and still prob control, and he's got call down the lightning. Shazam can use energy explosion as if he had range of 6. Each character successfully hit is dealt damage equal to twice the number of times it was hit by this attack, instead of 1. Now you can ambidextrous him, so he can actually do 4 damage with that. He gets shape change, losing his defense, then gets back up to impervious. So now we're on to him. So 9-12-17-5 with super strength, imperv, and close combat expert. And his white box there is Black Adam can use hypersonic speed. If he can also use close combat expert or exploit weakness, he can use them with hypersonic speed. So he can use that close combat expert with hypersonic speed. And I'll just kind of rush through this. So 11-9-16-4, 9-9-16-3, 9-9-14-3. So I'll explain them a little better next time. So later, guys.